Hey guys, Ben Seong from Australian Strength Performance yet again, and welcome to our new YouTube video. But before we go on, allow me to share something that I'm deeply passionate about, and that is the online education platform for Australian Strength Performance called learn-asp.com. Now make sure you check out the link below, as that will lead you to it. But this is an online platform that delivers a whole range of seminars ranging from topics such as hypertrophy, fat loss, physique transformation, and even sport-specific periodization. Now, if you love what you see in our videos and have learned a lot from it, then these seminars are definitely the seminars for you to look at. Now, on top of that, we also have our monthly online seminars on topics such as can you gain muscle whilst losing fat? So these are interesting topics that we cover, as well as our education such as courses and online forums. So there's a whole heap of stuff. Make sure you check out this particular link and you can get access to that. Now we're going to get started on today's video. Now for today, we're going to touch on a topic which is really close to our hearts, which is pressing. Guess what? Monday is International Chest Day for most people. And so we're going to be talking about shoulder stability and pressing. And most people, when they press in the gym, how can they get stronger and more stable in their shoulders to increase their strength for pressing? Now remember, you are only as strong as your weakest link. So let's look at how we can build up those weak links to increase your strength. Let's get started. This is the dumbbell shoulder press. Now, in performing a dumbbell shoulder press, the first thing that comes to mind is performing it in a pronated position where my elbows flare out to the sides, very much like how I'm doing it here. Now, is there anything wrong with this? No, there isn't. The problem with this is that this is the first movement that comes to mind when everyone talks about a dumbbell shoulder press. The shoulder actually needs to move in multiple planes. That was what it's designed for. The muscle fibers in the shoulder is what we call a multi-pennate muscle. That means the fibers run in different directions. Hence, the shoulder is designed to move in different planes. Only pressing in a single plane can often cause a weakness in the shoulders. It can also lead to impingement injuries as well as muscular imbalances. So here are some exercises that you can do to minimize any sort of strength imbalances in the shoulders and help your shoulders get stronger and more stable as you start pressing. The first movement here is a neutral grip dumbbell shoulder press. Instead of the pronated grip, I'm performing a neutral grip here. Now notice my elbows are kept as parallel as possible as I let the weight down and press it up. Now most people will not be able to do this as their elbows would flare outwards. Why? Because the lats come into play, and the lats are a strong stabilizer of the weight. Moment your lats are taken out of the equation, you get to assess the actual strength of your shoulders. Are you relying too much on your lats, or are you able to have a good strong press based on the stability and strength of the shoulders itself? So a neutral grip dumbbell press is what I use to assess strength and stability of your shoulders itself. Now, one thing we need to consider is that we often have weaknesses between our right and our left sides. And so in order to overcome this, I like to use single-sided or unilateral movements. In this particular exercise, it's a unilateral shoulder press using a neutral grip position. The key here is to bring my biceps to my ears. So watch as I do that. As I let it down, I keep it in a neutral position. As I press it up, biceps to my ears. Okay, most people will not be able to do this, and they compensate by leaning back, or they are not able to do it and press the dumbbell forward. So a good measure of range of movement and stability is to be able to bring your biceps to your ears. Start this exercise with your weaker arm and then proceed to your stronger arm. Whatever reps you can do on the weaker arm will determine the number of reps you perform on the stronger arm. That's a great way to minimize strength imbalances within your shoulder. Now, the next movement here is very similar to the unilateral dumbbell press. The only difference is that I'm using a kettlebell instead of a dumbbell. The benefits of this is obviously in holding the kettlebell upside down, I'm forced to stabilize a lot more. So really, this is a notch up, a progression from your unilateral dumbbell press. By holding it upside down, I'm forced to grip the dumbbell really, really tight in order to stabilize this movement. Grip strength is directly related to the ability to recruit my shoulder fibers a lot more. So I can increase stability and strength of my shoulders just by increasing my grip strength. And this is a process of what we call irradiation, where we look at how the muscle fibers can bring that strength from your grip into your shoulders. So this is a great movement, and I, again, use your weaker side to determine the number of reps that you perform on your stronger side. Now, the last movement here is an interesting one. These are called unilateral figure eight. So I'm still using a kettlebell, but what I'm doing is I'm drawing a figure 8 above my head. I still want to be able to keep my biceps at the position of my ears, but watch me as I draw these figure 8s. They go from small to large. Now, obviously, it's a lot easier making a small figure 8, and as I go larger, it requires a much higher degree of stability and strength for my shoulder girdle itself. So this here, again, is a notch up. It's a progression from the previous press activity, but this here is great to increase the flexibility as well as the strength of your shoulder in different planes. The figure 8 exercise is a good one to implement. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you've taken away some really helpful and handy tips to be able to help increase your shoulder stability and strength. Now, if you like what you see today, make sure that you share this video to your friends, make sure they like it and subscribe. And we are just about to hit a milestone. That is 1,000 subscribers very, very, very soon. And with that happening, we're going to do a live Q&A. So bombard all your questions and I'll be answering a whole heap of them. Now, I can't wait to get that done. But in the meantime, let's hit 1,000. See you soon.